Hey everyone, welcome back to Lunch Bunch. Today I'm going to read another story from Summer Days and Summer Nights. The story I'm reading today is called Souvenirs, and it is by Tim Federle, who also wrote the Better Nate Than Ever series. So if you've read that, you kind of know his style already. It's very fun and funny, and this short story is no different. I think it is another funny story, and it's just a lot of fun. So this is Souvenirs. Maybe I've just been reading too much Charles Dickens recently, but today doesn't seem dreary enough for a breakup, you know? Yeah, about the Dickens thing. Not my choice. It's on our AP summer reading list, and I want to get into a good college. And summer's almost over. That said, the breakup thing wasn't exactly my choice either, but today's the day, breakup day, that Kieth and I agreed to, that we've been circling all summer, like buzzards. Unless, wait, maybe I mean vultures? Are those the same thing? Which one is the bird that waits until something's dead before it swoops down? If that sounds dramatic, blame Kieth. He's kind of rubbed off on me this summer. He's an actor. For God's sake, he spells his name Kieth, even though he was born regular old Keith, Keith. Not that my Keith is any kind of regular. It was his idea, for example, to pick out our breakup day in the first place, the way some couples might look forward to an anniversary or a camping trip. I really don't know. It's all new to me. He's my first boyfriend. I'm his third, which he likes to remind me. Customers. A mom in a Pittsburgh Pirates baseball hat approaches my booth, followed by two girls in identical teal tank tops. They're local, but then they're all locals here. Nobody drives more than 40 miles to come to Wish-A-World. We are as regional and as rickety as it comes, 1 degree removed from a traveling carnival. Good afternoon, I say, doing my best to act casual. Can I help you? I've been back here thumbing my copy of A Tale of Two Cities, pondering how a book so heavy could be considered so classic. We were just wondering, this lady says to me. She's about to ask where the bathroom is. If you knew where the bathroom, head past the log flume, I say, and duck under the sign for snow cones, and then make a hard right past the gazebo where everyone smokes, even though they're not allowed to. Can't miss it. Already, poof, they're gone. At the beginning of the summer, I would have tried to upsell them on a keychain, a hat, and anything. That's my job, and I do like to do a good job, but one thing you learn when you man a souvenir stand at a regional amusement park is that mostly what people want is bathroom directions. What they rarely want is a $20 t-shirt, let alone a $20 sweatshirt, and who can blame them? The average temperature around here is hell with a chance of thunder. I scan the sky for that cloudy, Dickensian day that doesn't seem to be showing up. The good news, I mumble at a seagull, is that I've gotten over love before. Yep, I love Kieth. Or I think I do. But hey, I loved pizza once too, before I became lactose intolerant, and now I barely even miss it. I barely even think about pizza, I mean. A cluster of tweens screams past my booth without stopping, one of them holding a Mylar Wish-A-World balloon that flits behind her like a metallic kite. I crack open A Tale of Two Cities and attempt to read the same paragraph I've been attempting to read for about 3 days now, maybe 4. But then, excuse me, sir, and against all odds, I'm smiling. It's Kieth, sneaking up on my booth. Who else will call me sir? Sirs don't have zits. Sirs can grow respectable sideburns. Could you, he continues, direct me to the tunnel of love? I shut the book. My eyes are already watering. Basically, my eyes are Pavlov's dogs, and Kieth's voice is the bell. We don't have a tunnel of love, I say, just like I did on the day we met. He's recreating the whole scene. The way he tiptoed up to my booth, looking for the tunnel of love after a full week of us stealing quiet glances at each other in the moldy employee locker room. Even under those harsh fluorescents, he was adorable. What kind of amusement park is this if you don't have a tunnel of love, he says, putting on a show here. Always putting on a show, anywhere. I'd like to speak to management. Kieth places his hand on my book, but I jerk it away from him, for secret reasons. Ha, I say, you can stop now. He's in his show costume, against park regulations. This is my inn. You're not allowed out here wearing that. I only say it to change the subject, to get mad at him about something. When I'm mad at Kieth, I love him less. I glance at the time on my phone. His next show starts in 10 minutes. You don't even have your makeup on. 3 times a day, Kieth performs in a spirited theme park revue. It's a really cheesy show. Wish a World couldn't get the rights to any good songs, so it's this oddly generic mashup of different knockoff styles. The 50s medley contains no hits from the 50s. The 70s medley sounds just like the 80s medley. Only the wigs offer a vague clue to the era. Kieth rubs his chin like he's checking for bruises on a peach. It's the last day. I'm going to skip the makeup and give my skin a break. He already has perfect skin. I cross my arms. A small line has formed behind Kieth. People need to know where the bathroom is, I say, gesturing at the antsy park patrons fanning themselves with our famously outdated park maps. And you have a show. I look at my phone again. In 7 minutes. But he doesn't budge. He touches my hands and makes them stop playing this made-up song that I've been thumping into my glass stand. Every time Kieth touches me, I feel the same jolt I felt when in the 2nd grade I plugged in my mom's hairdryer and got my finger caught between the prongs in the outlet. Actually, Matty, he says, I wanted to invite you to this little rap party the cast is having. Backstage. Ugh, I've avoided going backstage all summer. All those theater people in one room, all those loud voices, all that hugging. It's a lot. Kieth is enough. Kieth is, I remind myself, almost too much. Why didn't you just text me? I ask. Because really, it's a big deal to be in costume outside of his amphitheater. Kieth could get written up. I'm no goody two-shoes, but I hate breaking rules for no reason. I had a feeling you'd put up a fight, is why, Kieth says. You know, all those theater people. So I thought I'd ask you to the party face to face. Plus, I like your face. I hate that he knows me so well. No, I love that he knows me so well, and I hate that today it's over. To catch you up, tomorrow, Kieth is off to freshman year in college, and I'm off to senior year in high school, both of us traveling in opposite directions on a map. You couldn't mastermind a more geographically literal breakup. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. This canned music starts pumping from inside the half-tented amphitheater, 20 feet away, across our faux cobblestone Main Street. It used to be called Main, M-A-I-N Street, but Disney apparently sued us in the 90s, so the owners painted an E onto the word Main, even though nothing about Main, M-A-I-N-E Street is evocative of Maine, the state. There are no lobster shacks. There are no fishermen. We are in Pennsylvania. There's just my souvenir stand and the amphitheater and a dozen shops with faded striped awnings, all of them selling the same Wish a World candy. Can we move it along, guys? This dad type calls out from my line. I gotta work the booth, I say to Kieth. He releases my hand. So, the rap party at lunch? Be my +1? Please note that he can't even say, be my date, after 5 weeks and 2 days of, dating. I thought we were having lunch together, I say. Just us, for the last time. This all comes out more emphatic than I mean it to, like when your best friend texts you in all caps. Bada beep, bada beep, bada beep. The music has switched to this annoying bleep which signals the 3-minute countdown to the top of Kieth's show. Several potential patrons leave my line altogether, openly scowling at me as they hightail it to find bathrooms unknown. There goes my commission. Kieth glances at the amphitheater entrance. An unwelcoming wall of concrete speckled with wadded-up gum. A Wish a World rite of passage, and then back at me. See you after the show? Please? Man, you should see the way he twinkles. Kieth can turn on the charm like it's, a faucet. A faucet that's powered by a geyser. Pretty, please? I take A Tale of Two Cities and use it to gently bop his forehead. Okay. He leans forward and kisses me, something we don't do in public. It's against park policy for employees to date each other, but I let him. I have to stand on my tippy toes because he's taller than me. What if I never meet another guy who is the perfect kissing height? A 4.5-inch difference if I'm in my favorite pair of white Converse, which don't technically fit me anymore, but are the ideal level of smudged. Our first kiss happened beneath a murky moon, with mosquitoes buzzing around me like a halo. Every one of my senses went boing. I could smell Keith's sweat-concealing cologne. I could taste his gum. I could see his eyelids flutter. I didn't close my own eyes because what if this, the hottest, happiest moment of my life, was a dream? What if he came up for air and said, "Holy crap, Matty, you're a really good kisser"? I still wasn't sure if I was awake. But today, no crying, is all Kieth says after he pulls away from our public kiss and sees my face. He's always teasing me, in a sweet way, I think, for being emotional. By now, he's learned that once I start crying, you'd better back away or find a snorkel. At least, save it for the parking lot. That's where we always say goodnight. Every night. A tradition. Fine, I say. Look, presto, I'm not crying. But he's not really listening. He's getting in his performance zone, which I have to respect. I love a job well done. "I'm outie, cutie," he shouts back at me, scurrying away with only 1 minute left till he's due on stage. And as I look at him, ridiculously cute, the thing that dawns on me, weirdly, is that maybe I do miss pizza. Very badly. That maybe, if I'm being honest with myself, I haven't stopped thinking about pizza since the day I had to stop eating it, when the allergist said I have an oversensitive disposition. That's where we're going to pause today, and so next time we'll find out what happens during their lunch break when Matty and Kieth get together. All right, thanks for listening, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.